13th of April 2024. Hello YouTube world. I hope you are okay wherever you are. I love to follow the Duran. I love to follow the thoughts of John Marsheimer and Alexander Cristoforo and Alexander Mercouris, Glenn Deason, and I just watch here a talk of these three gentlemen on the Duran. And then I am so disappointed. Why am I so disappointed? Every time when I hear talks, analysis and stuff, and hear how somehow we depend on psychopaths in governments, maybe blah blah, hopefully the elite, the ruling class, blah blah. Yet here you claim you believe in democracy. If you believe in democracy, then what should happen, what these gentlemen, all of them, who are meaning well, who are not propagandists for escalation and war, what these gentlemen should talk about is how the people should revolt. Because that's the only thing that's gonna stop those elites to waste your money, to waste human lives. Yes, the Americans are always talking about their constitution and their rights, but the problem with your fucking export of democracy, USA, and dare to say that this is not the true Mr. John Marsheimer, Glenn Deason, or Alexander Mercouris. The problem is that you always want to keep those, protections from your constitution, freedom of speech, freedom to be armed against dictatorial governments. That's the part you do not want to export. You want to keep that to yourself. I heard how they can attack with this FISA, etc. How they can attack foreign people, like me for example. And then you claim, because they don't have the constitutional protection. They have no right on this protection. Excuse me, can you not see where the American policy goes exactly wrong in that part? If you want to export democracy and freedom, then export your constitution to Europe. Like I keep saying. Then change the constitution of Europe, copy-paste, exactly like the original from the founding fathers, who were Europeans. Who would have liked to establish what they did in America, in Europe? Do I have to remind everyone about all those wars for freedom in Europe against their monarchs, against ruling class? Really? So my conclusion is fucking simple, and that should be your conclusion too. That only if the people really take democracy, after all, the Maidan coup 2014 was an example of what? Democracy and the will of the people. So I suggest that instead of talking like helpless creatures who are looking from the fucking sideline, who have no skin in the game because somehow all these analysis figures, they talk like it is an abstract thing very far away from them, like there is no influence for us, we can only hope, we can only blah blah blah. What the fuck? That's exactly the talk that is defeatist. You should talk to the people that they have the power, that they should rise up, regardless the consequences. If the government that you rise up against wants to escalate, then escalate with them. Don't escalate first. But hey, if you fight me with First spitting, I spit back. If you fight me then with a stick, I will get a stick too and fight back. If you fight me with a gun, I will find a gun and fight you back. That's the answer the people of Europe, the people of America, because you have it in your fucking constitution, to put your government back in check, but you never call for it. You never call for it. Why? I know why. Because you are fucking cowards. You know that what I am doing right now is considered illegal, punishable by law all over fucking West. Heck, in many places. It's illegal to call up for a uprising, a revolt, a revolution against your government. It's illegal. They could arrest me for this. But do I care? I don't care. Someone has to say it out loud. And it's better if people with a lot of followers say it out loud. So, these gentlemen, all those people who have these very eloquent analysis, what should they do? Talk about everything as if it is on the sidelines, as if you have no skin in the game, as if you are watching a football match. You have no skin in the game for the football match. This can go either way. If that coach, blah, 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 and this quarterback, blah, blah, blah. If. Wishful thinking will not get us out of World War III. Only an uprising against those psychopathic so-called leaders will save your skin. Have a nice day, YouTube, because really it ticks me off that all those people that I love, those here on the screen and redacted, and many who spoke the truth in the last few years, I like them very much. But it's time to call for what it really is. The problem is the USA, and it needs to be stopped. And it can only be stopped in two ways. In two ways, one of two ways. One is, yes, the BRICS and pretty much 2/3 of the world will destroy us, because we keep supporting the fucking USA, those warmongering, psychopathic, war criminal rum superpower. You're not a superpower. You really are not a superpower. Just because you keep printing money out of thin air. So on the balance sheet in the world it looks like there is the USA. You can't even see the level, the top. But it's financed with what? Air. So your whole fucking military is air. Your whole economy is air. If the BRICS wants to collapse it, it's gone. It's gone. And then everything in Europe is also gone. So it can end that way, that we totally collapse, and then we'll have all the consequences as well in Europe, in the USA, because then you will have your civil wars. Trust me, come. When you touch people's money like that, to the extent that it all collapses, well, then the BRICS has already won, and I totally am on board with them, instead of NATO and our insane leaders. Then the BRICS has already won, because it's just a matter of time that it will collapse. And the other way to stop this madness is if we, the people, stop it before that first part will happen. That we will have a total collapse following the insane warmongering psychopath Israel and the USA. You do not need any proof that Israel indeed runs total West. Those Zionists, they run the total West. Who controls the USA? Yes, Israel. It's very obvious. And who controls Europe? Yeah, the USA. Via the orders of those Zionists. Are you surprised? You were talking here also about Germany. Are you surprised? The USA. Do you dare to deny this? It's a public secret and no one is acting upon it. The USA blew up Nord Stream 2. No one else. The USA did. Don't give me that fucking crap here in the West that we don't know this. And then all do like this. I didn't hear, I didn't see, I don't know. That's a fucking insult to me, a European. Really, it pisses me off that we were attacked by a NATO ally. And that fucking NATO ally is still occupying my birth country, Germany. If it was up to me in the German leadership, I would hang Scholz for treason after we kicked out all the fucking USA military out of all those bases. You attacked Germany and Europe. You crippled the European economy. You are our enemy, USA. And none of you guys out there says that out loud. We Europeans are in mortal danger. We are. And we should kick out the USA, the biggest terrorist in the world. The biggest warmongering, war crime ridden country in the world. You are. You are the most evil thing I ever saw in my life. I'm 57 years old. Ever since I was a child, reading the history lessons, 13 years old, I already said, the USA is the biggest danger in the world. And we should cut ourselves free from it. Well, I'm 57 now. I see that in all those years, over 4 decades, we only marched further in our own dismay by following the fucking USA. And I only seen Americans being dumped down, like fucking dumped down. Where is the Ukraine? You can't even point it on a fucking map. Like 99% of the Americans do not even know where the other countries in the world are that they are invading, bombing the shit out of. They don't even know where it is. You want to deny this, world? Americans, you want to deny that this is true? It is true. It is the cold hard truth. And sadly, you Americans who have the possibility to overthrow those warmongers with your weapons, because you have that possibility in your constitution, you don't do it. You are just crying, oh, they take me into war, I hope they don't escalate. But you don't stop them. You have it in your fucking constitution and you don't stop them. Man, that's why America is the biggest evil in the world. You want to export your democracy, then start at home. Huh? Use that power. Likewise here in Europe, it is fucking time to hold them to their standards of democracy and start a revolution. After all, like I said, the Maidan coup was a example, according to von der Leyen and all those insane leaders, an example of EU values and democracy. Therefore, hold them to their words. Have a nice day, Europe. enjoy the beautiful sun and spring coming, just like in 1939 in May, when the people in Europe were also thinking like it's gonna be a normal year, just like before. And then this war kicked off. Why? 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 You didn't learn your lessons? Have a nice day, Europe. I'm getting increasingly mad to the extent that yes, if I had to blow up a parliament full of politicians in Europe to save hundreds of millions of people, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. But then again, you can say I'm a terrorist thinking extremist person just for saying this. Well, then I ask you the same out there, you fucking public hypocrisy. Huh? How about bombing in other countries and indiscriminate drone attacks against people because you thought it was a danger? Huh? We're just gonna blow a whole village up because we thought one person there was a danger. In our hunt, in the war against terror, spreading terror while we are fighting terror. Yeah, that was really helpful. Was really helpful. And now we flood, for fuck's sake, Europe with the same people who hates our guts for not stopping our governments, for not stopping NATO, committing all those atrocities on those people. You are insane. All of you out there, you are insane if you think that you can vote yourself out of this. Really. Like I said, I get to that level now that I'm really like, first opportunity I see in that fucking chaos that will ensue in Europe in the years to come, I will get my fucking vengeance on the real people who did it. You heard me right, politicians Europe. You heard me right. Now come and arrest me then for my opinion. Huh? For my wish. Because after all, we have in Europe free speech. Right? Right. Have a nice day, all you fucktards out there.